back. How are you? Just popping on Instagram. Sorry, an amazing message just came through. But anyway, so we're going to do this one a bit different today. But anyway, okay, let's see here. Start live. I'm just waiting for Instagram. Hey, Ken, how are you? Sending you lots of love from Bali. I'm going to be back to America. My flight was canceled last night through Taiwan, and I was like, what am I going to do? How am I getting back to Michigan? But it was like the same price. I was shocked. So anyway, heading back to the States soon. Hey, guys. Just waiting for people to join Instagram. How are you? Sending you lots of love from Bali. Hi, Camilla. Awesome. So today, my name is Colleen Gallagher, and I'll just wait like another second. But anyway, just tell me where you guys are actually in from. Like when you join, like tell me where you're from, so that way I can do it. And I'm on Instagram and Facebook, so sometimes I feel like I talk to both of you. You guys can always see the comments. But anyway, so excited. Where are you? Hey, Jose, how are you? If you guys can just drop in like where you're from, like I'd love to know where you're dropping in from. I know there's a couple of you on Facebook and a couple of you on. Hey, how are you? McMillan, is that how I say it? Is it Isaac? Maybe it's Isaac McMillan. Maybe it's just McMillan. But anyway, where are you popping in from? Love to know. Awesome. All right, so today, Fort Myers, so good. I love it. Beautiful, Camilla. You're beautiful. Where are you from, Camilla? Camilla, if I'm saying it right. Where are you joining in from? I'd love to know where you're from. Today we're talking about, it's day, what is it, 10 already? Or is it day 11? You guys, I keep losing track of days. So it is day 10 of my 21 days live on Facebook and Instagram of just like going through belief structures, mindset, like things that have changed my life, and like really, hey Sarah, how are you? Really like allowed my life to flourish in so many ways. And I feel like that's just a really important thing to talk about with like dancing, bliss, fun, and happiness. Like just all of it together, like joining, I feel like is so a topic that's like not talked about very much. Hey Alan, how are you? We're talking about actually dancing, bliss, fun, and happiness. This is like right up Alan's alley, actually. And Alan, I forget, you're in California, is it? I forget where you're at. But anyway, just wanted to come on really quick because I had a couple stories to share about where you could choose to go into anxious. Hey Nadine, you could choose to go into like anxious, or you could choose to go into like negative thought patterns. And sorry, there's a good drawer here, but I'll stay focused. But I wanted to go into how to make it all fun and bliss and happiness, and like how that occurs naturally in my life all the time. So an example that I want to give, example that I want to give is last night. Oops, excuse me, I burped. But okay, so last night I did like this is kind of woo for maybe some of you, but anyway, I did this past live reconnection, like understanding where my soul first entered the earth. Anyway, we won't go there, but I was really exhausted from it because it takes a lot of time and energy, and it's just like something integratable. Anyway, so I get done with this and I like have dinner. It was so great. I'm like having this smoothie. I had dessert before. Actually, I just had dessert. I didn't even get a main meal because I was like, you know what? I just feel like getting dessert today. So I did that and like by myself, totally happy in bliss in Bali, like by a rice field, like all is well. And I got to my room and I'm relaxing and doing some journaling. And what do you know? I look at my email and my email goes, Colleen, your flight from Taiwan to America is canceled. I go, interesting. Well, I'll just wait till I get to the airport and like figure it out or whatever. Like I'm not even gonna be bothered by this. And I didn't let like my mind go racing of like, oh my God, all the things, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, oh, it's part of the adventure. It's gonna be so great. Like all of these things. And then about 30 minutes later, I got another email that said my flight from Bali to, hey, Erin, how are you? I got another email saying that my flight from Bali to Thailand was canceled. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to be stuck in Bali, which is fine. Like, no worries, because I've been here for like a week. And I was supposed to be here for another week, but I was trying to go back. And I'm going to be in New Zealand in 3 weeks. So I was like, maybe this is all a sign I'm just supposed to go to New Zealand or stay over here before I do anything. Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, I'm going to Sydney later today. This is so good, but I love Melbourne as well. But I'm just talking about how to have fun and bliss and happiness and all of it all the time. So anyway, I could have went into this whole big thing of, oh my God, my flights are canceled. What's going to happen? Like, oh my God, like no one's answering the phone. And I could have went there, right? I could have, but instead, you know what I chose to do? I chose to sit there in my bed and be like, all right, well, whoever is doing this, like you win. If this is supposed to be, I'm supposed to be in Australia or New Zealand and for the next 3 weeks instead of going back to America, then traveling all the way back, like that's fine. That is what it is. And like one thing I wanted to show is like a dancing that I do, and this like helps with mindset. I feel dancing always helps with mindset. But anyway, one dance move that I do that really helps when there's like a lot of things flowing through me. I feel like there's like a lot of like things maybe that the feelings are in a negative capacity. What I'll do is I'll just simply go positivity, positivity, negativity, negativity. And I just spring in the positivity and push the negativity away. And I just simply do this over and over and over until I feel like I'm showered in positivity. And I've done this many times. Let me know when you watch this if you think that's a great tool. Leah, I'd love to know what you think of that. I'm sure you love it. But anyway, I feel like it's a really great tool because dancing like also releases endorphins in you. So it's also like a way just to like have fun and bring out your inner child and be silly and like not make the situation so serious of whatever it is. Because yeah, like sure, like it could be a situation, like, there's like a typhoon landing in Taiwan, so it's like you just right away go, I'm so grateful that my flight got canceled, so I'm not there. At least like those opportunities happened. Hey Arjun. And like that's like things that I make it fun. And so on top of the dancing, like another one that I do, if I'm having like a lot of like inward things and I'm not sure what's going on, like an example would be if I have a big work meeting and right before the work meeting or a big project that I'm working on or with a client, I like feeling a lot of energy. It's a good way to cleanse your aura. Yes, it is such a good way to cleanse your aura and it's so fun and it's silly. Hey Arjun, how are you? Another one that I think you'll really like, or I feel you'll really like, is if you're like ever involved in like something super intense and like you're about to have like a client call or you're about to have like a big meeting and you want to like have it be perfect, but you don't want to like control the situation, you want to release the outcome. Good thing that I do is I pretend before I go into the call or whatever I'm doing or any meeting, I'll have like a little cooking thing, like that's like a little pot. I pretend like it's right in front of me. And then what I do is I'll like put in ingredients, like pretending, so I'll put like love, positivity, happiness, success, flow, like whatever it is, and I'll just put all these things, I'll keep saying all these words of these things that I want to happen. And I'll keep going there and going there, and then I keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it. So like whatever I want the outcome of that meeting to be, or whatever I want the outcome of that call to be, before I go into that big meeting and before I go into that big call with a client or maybe a project or a sponsor or maybe looking for press releases or anything, like whenever you're doing something to like grow your vision's impact, or like you're growing something to like hold space or create space for someone to just be able to expand and be themselves and have like a bigger era. I do this thing, and once I put all of the things in there, like good energy, positive vibes, success, like growing vision, like whatever it is, I'll do that. Hey D'Angelo, how are you? We're talking about dancing actually, so you're perfect for that to be on. But anyway, so I like would just do this, and then once you mix it, all the things, then you start to eat it, and you pretend that like, whatever you're doing, like whether it's positivity, love, all the things. I love it. I'm talking about, you have to rewatch, but it's a good dance move that I've learned. So anyway, you do this and you like stir it and all the things before your big meeting or before your big call. So that way when you go into your call, that way you're like ready to, that way when you go into your call, you've like basically infused yourself with all of the good vibes that you want for whatever big meeting that you're having. So that way, like, you know, you're going in, like it's already happening. It's already done. You've already put all the success in your realm, or you've already like been featured on the blog you want to be featured on, or be featured on like the podcast. But anyway, you do like this whole thing. And so it's really good that it's helped me, and it like makes you laugh and makes everything feel way less stressful and way less serious, because I feel like we're all just little kids at heart, and when things get too serious or too crazy, that's like when like we need to like bring it back down and like make it fun. So I always like just dance, and I do those 2 little steps of positivity, of like infusing and then releasing the negativity. And I do one of like the cooking of putting everything that I want to occur into my little pot. And then I stir it, and then I eat it, and then I feel so refreshed and excited for whatever is about to occur into my life. Let me know if that makes sense with you guys that are watching. Hey, Stefan. So yeah, that's like one thing I would say. Another thing I want to talk about with fun and happiness is there's actually a question in a group I was in recently that someone said, what's the difference between feelings and emotions? And I feel like one thing I wanted to touch on as well, because I feel like this goes important, like dancing, bliss, fun, happiness, all of the things. I feel like that emotions are something that are just put upon us by humanity to like have us put like anger and sadness and like actually like I mean happiness and joy and bliss as well. But I feel like feelings are something that are much more powerful. Emotions are something that are put upon us to try to keep us small and have the brain process what we're feeling, when in reality, the best feelings in life can't be explained. Like there's not an emotion for the best feelings in life, right? Like think of like your most profound moment in life, like your happiest moment in life, or some of your happiest moments. Like there's not an emotion to put with them because it's like so profound, it's so intense, it's such a high vibration that there's not really something to put with it. So another thing I would like to say is like dancing, bliss, fun, happiness, like do like what feels good. Like always come from saying, instead of being like, I want to feel happy, I want to feel whatever, I want like attaching an emotion to it. Like why not just feel good? Like why not just feel amazing? Why not just wake up and feel like divinely so excited for your life? Like I feel like that is a much better place than attaching all these emotions to what's going on in our life of like tagging, well, I was really sad then, or that's when I was like doing this, and why tag the emotion to it? I feel that we could come from such a greater place when we're just acting from feeling good. Like I remember when I was at this wedding, or I remember when I was at this breakfast, and I felt so good because the breakfast was so amazing. Like the jam was so juicy. Like went through like all those things. Like why not come from that place? I feel like that's a much more like fun and genuine place than coming from like, oh, is this emotion and that emotion and everything that way. And I feel when you start to come from that place automatically, like of just feeling good, like I want to do what feels good. And this doesn't feel good right now, so I'm going to shift my behavior, shift my mindset, shift whatever thoughts I'm having to start feeling good instead of getting trapped in the emotion of depression or the emotion of whatever it is. Like just come from a place of what feels good. And of course, like things will come up where you're like, oh, maybe this isn't feeling the best. Like back to my original story of all my flights. Like I was like, okay, I could be feeling like super anxious and super stressed, but that doesn't feel good. So I'm going to make this feel good. And I'm going to realize this is all part of the adventure that my flights are canceled and all part of something so much greater than me. And from that place, that is when everything automatically shows up at a greater capacity. And here's another example. So I just committed to going to a retreat in New Zealand, which I'm so excited about. It's like super high vibrational people and super powerhouses that are like, oh my gosh, hi Adrian, how are you? Hi from Bali. We're just talking about happiness and bliss. But so good that you're on. And so I'm going to New Zealand in a couple weeks, right? And I could have been in Bali and stayed here, and like I could have like gone to the Philippines. I could have like done all these things, right? To like go do something. But I was like, I'm really feeling like going back to Michigan, and I'm gonna be back after 2.5 weeks. But I was like really feeling like I really wanted to go back because I haven't been there in a while, even though I have to go all the way across the world again in like 2.5 weeks. But honestly, it just felt good. And I could have been like super stressed, like, oh my God, how much are these plane tickets going to cost and what's going to happen and like all the things, right? But I really wanted to go to this retreat. I really felt like I wanted to go home. And I just went like, instead of like worrying about how it's all going to happen or how I'm going to pay for it or how I'm going to be able to go to the retreat, where I'm going to stay. Like I just did like what felt good. And like I feel like when you come from this place of, that just feels good. Like going to this retreat with super high vibrational people in a beautiful, beautiful city, Queenstown, New Zealand. Going back to New Zealand, like why not do that? Because that feels good. And like I'll figure out all the questions later, like how it's going to happen, like everything like that, because like I'm just doing what feels good. And I feel once we're in this place, oh my gosh, hi from Brazil, I love it. Like when we come from this place of what feels good instead of like worrying about where money is coming from or how all the time zones are going to work or I don't know, any of it. Like, I don't know, like just act from that place. And I really wanted to share that today. I just felt really called to share that today in all the ways in my little dancing things of how to get rid of negativity and prepare for meetings in a fun way, because it's really things that have like shifted my life, and they're things that have like a lot of acceleration in my business. There's a lot of acceleration for the employees that I've been able to have. Also, they have accelerated for the vision that I'm creating of just more, or I'm coming through of more love and positivity. So I really just felt called to share like all the ways you can have fun throughout your day. And it's really just a choice, you guys. In girls, I mean, we need to start saying humans, because I feel like guys are so like, why do we always say guys? But anyway, I feel like it's all a choice, everyone. And I feel like, you know, like I said, like my flights got canceled. I could have been like super stressed and whatever, and been like, oh no, I'm gonna have to pay more. Well, I actually like paid less for the same by like $5. But that happened the same day, and like I was messaging my driver to come get me, and like I had this beautiful breakfast. Like, I could have been worried about this being canceled, or I could have just been like, it's all gonna work out, and that's what I did. And also, I feel besides just that, like I was saying, like I'm going to this beautiful retreat in New Zealand because it felt really good, and I could have been super stressed out of like, oh, how am I gonna go back to the States, then go to New Zealand, and then be in Arizona? Like, how is this all gonna work? Like, I could have done it for sure. I could have been like super stressed about all of it. But you know what? I was just like, you know what? I'm coming from a place of what feels good. And when you come from that place of like dancing, bliss, fun, and feeling good, that's when everything just shows up. And even if you guys aren't getting this totally like, Colleen, that's crazy. Like, that's just not going to work for me. Like, just try it maybe. Like, I actually just want you to try it, because I did like a thing yesterday of like, I believe my thoughts become my reality. So if I believe that everything's going to work out as a thought, that's going to become my reality. But what are your thoughts telling you? Because your brain is very powerful, and if you come from your brain, your heart, it can create bigger transformations for you, and it can create like a whole wealth of knowledge, and create a whole wealth of opportunity. But when you're allowing your mind to go to negative thoughts instead of happy thoughts, you're going to keep recreating negative things in your life. Like, you're going to keep recreating the things that are not making you happy, and you're going to keep recreating the fears. So if you're always saying to yourself, I don't have money, I don't have this, or I don't know, like, you're going to keep recreating that you don't have money. Whereas if you're like, you know what, when I come from a place where I'm always doing what feels good, then that is going to give you opportunities where money show up. And like, it's just random. Hey Cody, how are you? That's when like everything shows up automatically. So anyway, and like another belief, like the flight, like I said, like that could have been really scary for a lot of people. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get home, or maybe I don't have money for that. Like, what's going to happen, and all these things. Like, the people weren't rebooking, and all the flights through Taiwan are canceled because of whatever. But I chose to be, it's all part of the greater adventure, and it's all going to work out greater than I could have imagined. And guess what? It's all at a different time anyway. It's all in another timeline that's greater. So just surrender to it, because maybe I'm going to meet someone that's amazing on these planes, or maybe I'm going to be able to meet like an amazing client, or maybe be able to meet someone who has like a similar vision to mine of just more love and positivity in the world, and wants to spread that message, and we can co-create something. And maybe there's an opportunity where I'm going to be able to meet some extraordinary humans who are doing retreat, and maybe they come to my retreat, or I go to their retreat. And there's always opportunities. But see, I always choose to have fun and be in bliss, and choose that, because when I do that, that's when my problems disappear, and my problems become opportunities, because my mindset has changed to what I believe to be true. So anyway, showed you some dance moves, bliss, fun, happiness, shared some stories with you guys. Adrian, so happy you stayed on. So happy that you guys are on here and sharing this message. I was just wrote a beautiful post to about 5 months it's been since I quit my job and started all this. I'm so thankful for you guys all wanting to step up and have more love and positivity in the world, and all the support that you give for this vision. Because I truly believe that it each starts with each individual wanting to rise up and shine their light even brighter than we already do. So sending you so much love from Bali, and I'll be doing some posts probably in the airport. And remember, you hold the light within to embody we are one.